It has come to my attention that if you were watching one of my videos and you don't know what the chords are, you may be a little lost. So here's kind of a little primer on the chords we use. The most important chord to use on ukulele, or at least that I teach on ukulele, is the first C chord. When you tune your uke, it's from the top string, at least top to the sky, and this string is called G. G, C, E, A, and there are a lot of online guitar tuners or uke tuners that you can use, but usually just try to do it by ear. Here's G, C, E, A. You may have heard that before. My dog has fleas. This G is higher than the C. It's equivalent to the 7th fret. And then you have the 4th fret of the C tunes the E, not perfectly in tune, but close enough. And then the 5th fret of the E tunes the A. So, my dog has fleas, G-C-E-A. Remember that with George Clooney, excellent actor. Okay, so that C chord I was talking to you about, ring finger, some people will play it with index. Ring finger, just think one finger per fret, right? First finger, second finger, third finger, ring finger, third fret. And it's all open strings, that is unplayed strings, all together. And that's a C chord. One finger, that's all you need. Two other one-finger chords we can talk about. Here's C7, and that's on the A first fret. C was on the A third fret. C7 is on A first fret. Swanee, how I love you, how I love you. There are a couple other one-finger chords I talk about. A7 is here, index finger on the C first fret, and everything else open. Almost in tune. Close enough. And then another one chord or one finger chord is called A minor, and that's middle finger on the second fret of the G string. I said G string. There. So 4 one finger chords we talk about: C, C7, A minor, and A7. Okay. Other chords that are important, there's G, and this is usually thought of as the second or third most important chord on the uke. And that's with your middle finger, and we'll start with your index finger. It goes on the C string, second fret. And you know how I said one finger per fret? Well, we're going to break that because we have 2 fingers on the same fret here. So index finger, C, second fret. Middle finger, A, second fret. And then your ring finger comes in between on the E, third fret. So it's 2, 3, 2, along with an open G. Open G, index on C2. Ring, not middle, but ring on E3 and middle on A2. If you were to connect those dots, you'd have a triangle that points towards the body of the uke. And then an inverted shape of that's called the G, right? And then you flip-flop that shape, and instead of making a triangle that points towards the body, you'd make a triangle that points towards the top. And that's called G7. And that's middle finger here on C2, C second fret. Index finger, pointer finger on E first fret. And ring finger up here on A second fret. So 2, 1, 2, again with the open G. So you'll see that actually, at least in beginning songs, more often than you'll see G. Here's G, here's G7. So because G7 is really easy to go to the C chord from, and they go together, shave and a haircut, 2 bits, or if you're at church, amen. Those 2 chords go together all the time. That's called a dominant. That G7, it wants to go to the C chord. One more little family of chords we'll talk about. Here's an F chord. F chord also goes with the C and the G7. And here's the F. For an F chord, you start with your index finger here on the E first fret, middle finger all the way back at the G second fret. So second fret, open C, first fret E, and for open A. So 2, 0, 1, 0. If I was going by frets, O for open. Okay, and then it's really nice to take this F and go to the G7, and then go to the G. It's called a chord progression, where you put 3 chords in a row. F, C, G7, and C. So we had F. A couple other chords I talk about sometimes. There's one other chord, that's called D7. D7 is nice. If you take that A minor we looked at a minute ago, we're going to add 1 finger to it here on the E string, second fret. So it sounds pretty good. There's only 2 fingers. So you have G second and E second, and played open like that. So 2, open, 2, open. That's called G7, or D7. D7 almost always goes to a G chord. And G often goes to C. It's kind of funny. There's a relationship, things go up by a degree of 5. D goes to G, D, E, F, G. Okay, that's 4. D, E, F, G, G, A, B, C, up 4. If you go backwards, it would go down 5. C to G, G down to D, D down to A, and you put them all together. Okay, hopefully that gets you started with some chords. There are so many resources out there for ukulele chords, but this is a nice step-by-step tutorial for tuning and playing your uke with chords. And hopefully this will help you with some of the other videos I've given you. Thanks a lot.